Let's talk about one of the only things Americans actually agree on right now. It's not what you'd expect. A new NBC News national poll just dropped, and more than 6 in 10 voters say extreme political rhetoric used by some in the media and by political leaders was an important contributor to the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk earlier this year. Utah's Republican governor Spencer Cox called it a political assassination, and law enforcement and the FBI launched a major manhunt. Investigators are still piecing together the shooter's full motive, and there's been a lot of speculation and misinformation online about it. But regardless of the exact motive, the new poll shows most Americans see this in a bigger context. They think the overall level of extreme rhetoric in our politics is helping create an environment where this kind of violence is more likely. And honestly, can you blame them? For years, we've watched politicians and influencers build entire brands off rage farming, calling opponents traitors, enemies of the people, invaders, poison, vermin, or threats that must be stopped or destroyed. That's not normal disagreement, that's dehumanization. When leaders talk like that day after day, someone out there is going to take it literally. That's basically what experts call stochastic terrorism. You pump out constant inflammatory rhetoric, and while you don't tell anyone directly to pull the trigger, you know some unstable person eventually might. Poll is basically the public saying, we see the connection, this isn't just random lone wolves, the climate you've created matters. And here's the dark irony. The people stoking that rhetoric, the big pundits, the politicians, the media figures, usually aren't the ones who end up in the crosshairs. It's activists at events, it's members of Congress, it's random people at rallies, clinics, protests, and campuses. So you end up with this sick cycle where violence keeps rising, everyone condemns it for 24 hours, and then the same voices go right back to calling their opponents an existential threat. This isn't about saying we can't criticize each other or argue about policy. It's about recognizing when politics turns into a constant stream of their monsters and they want to destroy you, violence stops being unthinkable and starts feeling inevitable. Americans across the spectrum are finally saying out loud what a lot of us have felt for years. The way our leaders talk is not harmless. It has consequences. If this helps you make sense of what's going on, hit like and subscribe. It really does help push this kind of content to more people who actually care about what's behind the headlines. And I want to hear from you. Do you think the extremist political rhetoric is making political violence more likely in this country? Why or why not? Drop your thoughts in the comments.